Okay, I guess it just put me through the door, even though I wasn't. It just put me through the door. All right. Okay, so we gotta go save this priestess and her daughter. Fucking Kamawana. It's fucking Moana, dude. I've been something in the water. Try to be a shitty daughter, but I can't because I suck. I'm going to run across the shallow water because I got no other words that rhyme with the word water.
Eleanor, what's your game here?
The mother and daughter, you mean? That's on me. I'll search for them myself.
I don't care about that.
Well, what then?
Why are you actively helping us decipher the book when we're using it to thwart the Abbey's plans?
You think I might be deliberately misleading you? Laying a trap of some sort for you all?
Are you?
I think you're a lot of things, Demon. But foolish is not one of them. I want to know the truth. I want to know what Lord Artorias is trying to accomplish. And there's something happening in the world right now. I want to know what it is. Unfortunately, little old Eleanor has never been deemed trustworthy enough to be given such information. So, my only option is to find out for myself.
You've got the soul searching down at least.
The Abbey and your band of rogues follow two different paths, but something tells me either will lead me to the same destination.
And so you don't see any need to lie to us?
Exactly.
And what'll you do if those truths don't line up cleanly with what you believe?
I'm not sure yet.
As honest an answer as any. Either way, it looks like you'll be working with us for the near future.
Yes, for now.
Hey, could I ask you something?
What is it?
About the Therians. I've heard you call yourself a Therian before. Is there any particular insight you have about them?
No, none. Artorias said I was one, that's all.
And that doesn't bother you?
Does it bother you?
Nope, not at all. If you're not worried, then neither am I.
I'm surrounded by freaks. But was that truly the reason Ceres chose me?
Surrounded by freaks! Also, got an expedition return, and there's another triangle scene. So many scenes!
Take a look at this.
Alright, well anyway. Got a new item, got the Speria Core Crystal. Crystal expelled from the volcano on Soma Island. When touched, the mineral's color and hardness radically changes. And we got a new skill, the Mistress's Support. Nice. So wait. Yeah, there's still... Yeah. There's still more to be found, yeah.
Setting sail.
So wait, was that the treasure? It was. Let's read about that real quick.
Lovely stone. I should try cutting it.
Yeah, go for it. Huh. Why would you think it's a good idea? Don't you see what... don't you want to see what... don't you want to see if it can be cut open? Jesus, I can read. No, I think that's just you, Rokuro. It's a pretty stone as it is. Yeah, but the cross-section might be prettier. Well, maybe, but whenever I see something hard, an urge to cut it apart overwhelms me. Rocks, metal, hard-headed old men, whatever. Please don't cut any old men. Wow. If they fucking prompt Rokuro to do so, you fucking will. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, one more triangle combo.
Velvet keeps picking on Madame Eleanor. They're total opposites, so I know they're just gonna clash sometimes, but Velvet takes it too far.
You really think they're totally opposite?
If Madame Eleanor is a white lily, then Velvet is a black rose. If Madame Eleanor is a soaring Pegasus, then Velvet is a wolf in the shadows. If Madame Eleanor is a plate of spaghetti carbonara, Velvet is squidding noodles with seaweed.
I don't follow you completely, but I think I get the point.
I'm sure you understand. The two have nothing at all in common. And since they don't share anything in common, some fighting now and then just can't be helped.
Well, they both have beautiful hair.
Okay, but we're talking a noble exorcist and an aloof demon.
Eleanor sometimes treats you coldly. And Velvet has helped me more times than I can count.
Madame Eleanor gives herself fully to the salvation of others, but Velvet is bent solely on revenge.
That means they're both motivated by thoughts of others.
How is the cheerful and talkative Madame Eleanor at all the same as the brooding, taciturn Velvet?
Both of them talk to me when it's just the two of us together.
You're just trying to be contrary.
I'm only telling you what I've experienced.
Actually, I feel that Madame Eleanor isn't really reaching out to me.
It's alright if Eleanor doesn't want to talk to you. I'm here for you, Bienfu. You aren't alone.
That just makes me feel lonelier.
You two are opposites yourselves.
Huh?
Huh? Yeah. Baby Bienfu and fucking Aloof Laffy said. I don't know about aloof is the right word, but you know what I mean. What's the word I'm looking for? Like fucking... Like for somebody who's lived under a rock their whole life, learning things for the first time all the time. What's the word I'm looking for? I know aloof isn't even close. I'm just trying to think of a different word. I don't know. My brain is tired today, guys. I'm sorry. Can't think of the word either. Yeah, me neither. I'm just trying to think, like, because I'm trying to think, period, because my brain today, I'm kind of on one of those days where I'm like kind of zoning out a little bit, especially when there's long scenes where I have to watch and listen. Because not that it's not interesting, I'm just having one of those mentally tired days. It's just one of those days where my brain is fucking fried. Can't think of words, even if I try. See? Somehow I can rhyme, though, so that's cool. Got two paths to follow here. I wonder which one is what we want. Well, I think we should walk over here first and see where this fucking goes, bro. Because I don't really know. I can't believe I started singing that Moana song a minute ago. Now that shit is fucking stuck in my brain. You'll never know how far Velvet can go. Ooh. It's un strong monster over here. Should we kill? I think we shall kill. Yes. Hella shinies over here. Goddamn. Oh, wait. I just realized where I am on the map. I cannot go fight the monster from over here, but there he is. That's the big boy squid. That's actually kind of terrifying. Look at that thing. That thing is terrifying. It's huge. And we're going to kill it. That's what I do. That's all I know how to do. We're going to devour the fuck out of it. The song is a curse, Morrow. I agree. If it wouldn't have brought up the name Moana, I wouldn't even have thought about it. But no, Kamoana is a character, of course. And as soon as we meet her, I'm probably going to get that shit back in my head again. So... yay! It was stuck in your head yesterday? Well, you're welcome if it gets stuck in your head again. My bad. Yeah, the thought of a giant squid does not make you happy. I know, right? Shit's fucking terrifying. I'm not looking forward to it. Be nice and unsettling to fight this giant squid. Woot. Get fucking hyped. Wait, this is a new... I don't think I fought this bird. Have we fought this bird?
It's
The
a
hawk?
biggie.
I don't think so. I think you are a new boy that I have not fought. Hey, 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 bird, bird, bird. Sorry, bird. Fucking Larry over here. Larry Bird. Get it? Uh-huh. You've written much about things with tentacles. Oh, have you, frog? Have you now? Do tell, good sir. Do tell. Do they always end up kinky? Alright, this combo is working really well against these things, actually. They just have a lot of HP. Oh shit, did I learn to move earlier? I've been not paying attention to my equipment and shit. I'll have to go and check out my equipment for
Come on, really?
mastered abilities. Mirage, Floric Paper. Let me check that shit. I'm pretty sure we learned at least one thing earlier. Yeah, there you go. Okay, next up for my boy Rokoro. We'll have him work on the Floric Waistcoat. And nothing else for now. Okay. You have to assume that most of those had to do with horror, otherwise you'd be worried. Yeah, I was kind of joking about the... I didn't think Frog actually wrote, like, hentai stories, like, with tentacles and shit. I was pretty sure it had more to do with horror and Lovecrafty and stuff, yeah. I was just, you know, just busy being me. Don't mind me. Just being me. But I'm sure Frog said it that way to imply it because it was funny, so. Threw me a softball, Frog. Thanks. Who's ready to fight a terrifying fucking squid? This thing is fucking giant, dude. Oh my god, I hate it. I just hate looking at it. Can we just, like, not? I have to. I've fought all the rest of them. I can't give up now. It's gonna wreck my shit, isn't it? Oh boy, here we go. It's the Kraken, no fucking shit. Okay, he weak to that stuff. That's my X button combo, I believe. Double check. Oh. Wait, no it's not. It's the square button. That's the better choice. Square button. Ow, ow, ow. Oh my god, the damage on that? That was unfucking real. He has a lot of HP, by the way. Better get cracking if you want to beat the game. Ha 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 ha. Thanks, Frog. Thanks. No escape. Can we get a fucking thing so we can do a thing to your face? I mean, fighting this big-ass Kraken has nothing to do with beating the game. It's literally just it's basically an optional boss. That's what you basically call this. An optional... What it mainly reminds me of is Final Fantasy 12 with the hunts. That's basically what this reminds me of. But they're way easier to encounter. In Final Fantasy 12, the hunts were usually super unique and required, like, special, like, circumstances for them to show up and shit. Sometimes they can be super... They range from super annoying to super simple, but... Man, that's exactly what this system is. The hunt system. And tons of RPGs utilize this as well, but... I always think of Final Fantasy 12 when I think of hunts. Nice. Knock him out of his casting phase. Come on, build up that fucking mystic art, bitch. You know you want it. Devour! Actually doing pretty good considering how slow this started. Got him already halfway dead. This is good. The hunt system entails began with Zulia 2. That's probably about right. I mean, oh my Jesus! That shit did 900 damage on one hit. My good lord. Big fat thrust. Is that what she said? I know that's not what she said, but that's what it sounded like. Don't kill me. That one big old swing took out my shit. I almost had my Mystic Art ready too. That bitch fucked my shit up. Ah, I want this. Moggy Lou, you bitch. I wanted that. Fucking Moggy Lou. Taking my shit. You never did the hunt stuff in Final Fantasy Tactics? Final Fantasy Tactics had a secret hunt? Do you mean the secret hunt by, like, if you use the secret hunt technique, the one that, like, lets you poach enemies? Is that what you're talking about, Frohug? Because that's not the same thing that I'm referring to here. Because that is, like, a technique that basically poaches monsters. I wouldn't call it hunting. I mean, I guess it is. Yeah, it's definitely a good way to keep undead from reviving, though. Definitely true that. But yeah, when I was talking about hunts, obviously I meant like big monsters that you have to kill, and big extra bosses essentially. Extra bosses. Oh my god. Just getting fucking rocked. These are like the only types of enemies that usually give me trouble too, these big boss monsters. For the the hunts. Oh man, now her bitch ass died. Just fucking wake up, Eleanor. Ain't got time for your death. That would have been neat in Final Fantasy Tactics though. Well, some like big extra monster hunts. That could have been cool. I mean, the original Tactics came out way before Final Fantasy 12 did, which is when they started doing the hunt thing. I don't think Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, which came out basically at the same time as Final Fantasy 12, and is very much integrated with that game, like in terms of the Ivalice world and like the different races and stuff. I don't think that game has hunts though. The Advance 2 game is purely hunting. I never did play Tactics Advance 2 to be fair. I've only played the first one. Yeah, exactly. 12's in the same realm of Ivalice. Ivalice, whatever, Maro. Whatever. Disruptor's Glaciite. Grants a random skill that can allow souls to be retained by a form of break soul. Cool. Anyway, we beat the Kraken. Nice. Oh, I know you're that person, Maro. Don't you worry. Express Pendant. Cool. I've been walking around in the water 'cause I'm somebody's daughter. And that's the only 2 words that rhyme. Why do I have that song in my head? Stop it. Ah, it hurts. It hurts because I keep wanting to sing it. And then I'm like, no, stop singing the goddamn song. Stop it. I mean, it's still better than having fucking Let It Go in your head, which I'm over that one already. You actually like Tactics Advance 2 quite a lot. Kind of grew on you. Still like the OG the most, though. Yeah, of course. Final Fantasy Tactics OG will be my favorite Tactics game forever. It's in my top 10 favorite games of all time, period, end of story. I love the story. I love that it's Final Fantasy themed. It's the only Tactics game I truly feel like I can come back to and play again. Every other Tactics game I've played, I always feel exhausted after playing it. Fire Emblem's a good example of Fire Emblem games are great, but goddamn, I never want to play them again after I finish them. I'm like, this is not something I want to replay. It's so exhausting. Are you asking me about Touter? What What are we asking? I'm confused, Frog. Did you ask the right question? Because I'm not sure what you mean by what's Touter. Totter? Oh, something that rhymes with daughter and water. Totter. Never mind, I got it. There's other words. I was just water and daughter. Those are the words that they actually use in the song. So that's the only reason I keep going back to them. Totter. Who uses the word totter? Pull the rope tauter. before. No! I got fucking owned in the corner. People who tie each other up, duh. You're right. Maybe I just need to get it more into the S&M shit and tie myself up, and then I'll use the word totter, and then I'll have it in my vernacular forever.
You really do have a peculiar air about you.
Floric paper. Paper. Yaper. Kinky. Kinky indeed, Morrow. Kinky indeed. Tactics basically got you into tactical strategy RPG genre. Legit became your favorite genre? Interesting, Bakelda. Definitely not my favorite genre, even after loving Final Fantasy Tactics. But it does make me interested in tactics games at all, so I will say that. Final Fantasy Tactics at least got me to want to try tactics games in general.
Okay?
Why not? What's the big deal?
It's just that it isn't pretty. Their insides squish everywhere.
Yikes. That sounds pretty traumatizing.
Then again, if you pickle their innards, it makes for a great snack.
You eat them?
Oh, don't be a baby. You've had worse.
Forget the sea slugs. Try not to step on the coral.
Good point. Coral is alive and needs our protection.
Or maybe it's because some of it can be sold for jewelry.
I didn't mean either of those reasons.
Sure,
Although
Eisen.
Manon appears
Sure.
similar to Maclear Beach, it was formed by a completely different process.
Now that you mention it, this area is covered by rocks.
Maclear is just your average seashore, but Manon here was made by the slow corrosion of seaside caves.
They were worn away by the waves?
That too, but mainly, it was the handiwork of a rock-eating species of coral, known as ravening table coral. Stay in contact long enough, and they'll melt your flesh right off.
Ah, so that's why it tingles every time I touch the coral.
Why didn't you warn us earlier?
Because I am an asshole and I wanted to let you touch it like a child touching a stove. Duh. Fucking Eisen. I thought it'd be funnier that way. Meh. Got him. Okay, so I came from that one, so I can either go this way or that way. Well, I'm already right here, so fuck it. Which way does this... Where does this go? Got options. But yeah, if you didn't catch my Final Fantasy Tactics 2-man Deep Dungeon Challenge, that was a fun little challenge that Frog gave me to try. It was just fun to play Tactics again with a little bit of a challenge involved, because personally I've never really challenged myself with Tactics in any real way. The only challenge I ever gave myself in Tactics was master everything with everyone. And while that's a pain in the ass, I certainly have done it. Well, maybe not with every single fucking character you get in the whole game. That's too much work. But I've definitely mastered at least 5 characters maxed out. Like, you know. Usually it was 4 generics and Ramzo. I've done that. It's really pointless, but you can do it. It doesn't get you anything. The only thing you get for mastering a bunch of stuff is you get the mime job, but once you get the mime job, mastering everything is unnecessary. Yeah, check out that the Deep Dungeon Challenge that I did. It was kind of fun. It definitely wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. But I think maybe a tacked-on challenge of like 2-man challenge with only using some specific kind of job or technique or something may have made it a little more challenging. But letting me do whatever I wanted, it was fun to try and make my own strategies though. 'Cause there's plenty of options I could have done to exploit it, make it harder, or make it easier.
It was a close
And then the randomness of the enemies that actually showed up too definitely changed the difficulty around depending on what showed up. Dude, there's so many enemies close together in this area. Ramza plus mimes. I mean, that's a lot of setup, Frog. I'd have to actually go through and master hella shit to get mimes. But I could do it. Basically, I have to get a new file where I can master all the stuff again. I haven't done that in so many years, though. It'd be nice to have a file where I had all that shit set up still, like I used to have. And I think I mentioned, I might have a memory card somewhere with a Final Fantasy Tactics save on it that has all of my shit from a long time ago. But something tells me that my old memory card, that thing used to be corrupt as fuck, and I used to lose saves all the time. So I'm gonna assume that shit is probably not there anymore. I still remember losing my Final Fantasy VII save where I mastered all the materia and beat both of the Emerald and Ruby weapons already. And then I went to show my brother, and that save was fucking gone. I was fucking pissed. You never get the hang of the mimes though. Yeah, I never really got into using the mimes on tactics, to be honest. I always took too much work to get them, and then when I got them in, I was like, you don't even have to like master anything. They don't have any abilities. You just learn how to mime, and that's the end. So I kind of just fell off trying to make them useful, and I just work on other jobs. I was more interested in mastering all the jobs, which mime just happens to be one of the jobs. I think I remember unlocking the mime job on accident the first time I ever played Final Fantasy Tactics. Because I just would master all the jobs with one character, and as I did that eventually, I just unlocked mime naturally. I am using the right combo on this bitch. I hate these snake bitches. They're the worst. They're the worst enemy in this area, for sure. They poison you. They're very tanky. They cast magic. It's super annoying. I like to stun your ass so easily. And they don't want to give up the goods. Used to like bards and dancers. I will say I did not utilize bards or dancers very much when I first played Final Fantasy Tactics, but once I learned what bards and dancers were capable of, that's when I started using them. I always just liked using Lancers up the ass. Lancers was always my go-to move when I played Tactics, like all the time.
That was a considerably powerful enemy.
Lancers was the go-to. Asmodeus earrings. Asmodeus, 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 Asmodeus. Come on, rock me, Asmodeus. Well, this area had a lot of shinies. This is a good grinding spot for shinies, too. Just too many enemies to make it that worth it. You didn't even have a memory card for your PS1 for such a long-ass time. You don't know. My dumb 4-year-old self never asked for one till way later. I mean, you were 4. You just said. That's why you didn't ask for one. You didn't know you needed one, or didn't understand you needed one, maybe. Which is unfortunate. But you were 4. Whatever. Start the game from the beginning. Fuck it, right? Guess this attaches the other side of that area. It's kind of a big area. I don't want to fight these snake bitches. They're annoying as hell. I'd rather fight anything but them. Literally, I'll fight all the other enemies, but not them. Just don't wanna. Like, I haven't fought one of these snakes yet, have I? I don't think so. Sea serpents? Everything's weak to freaking earth here. You impressed you played Final Fantasy Tactics at 4 years old? I don't know if he's referring to Final Fantasy Tactics specifically. Actually don't know. War of the Lions on PSP in elementary school. War of the Lions. I was so excited for War of the Lions.
Your style is really
But I was just sad that it was on
Just wait
PSP
until I
only.
pull out the good stuff.
Hell yeah, finally learning some new stuff. Learn some new stuff. Hell fucking yeah. My expedition is back
Take a
as
look
well.
at this.
Take a look at this.
Scout ship settings.
One more time, y'all. Take this. Take this. He finished the Floric boots. Now what? Ooh, he's almost done with all the things. Spiky shoes is all that's left. Sad story. Amber boots. She already did battle boots? No. Let's get her a pair of battle boots. Floric spear, mana lance, done with those. Halberd, calcite spear, worn spear. You know what? Let's start with the one that's the least, or the least powerful, like the worn spear. Weak ass weapon. Work ass weapon. You played the OG Tactics way later, though, through emulation after playing War of the Lions. Oh, okay, so you played the PS1 version after. Interesting. Well, what's your comparison, then? Do you think the War of the Lions version is better? Do you what's your opinion on the translations, especially? The translations in the fucking original are kind of laughable.
Laffy said, have you been taking care of that rhino stag roast like a good boy?
Of course. I make sure to feed it every night before I go to sleep, since it's nocturnal.
How long are you going to keep on calling it a rhino stag roast?
I don't know. It's a new kind of beetle, so it's gonna be hard to tell if it's really a rhino or a stag. You're asking a lot of questions. Bienfu, do you like bugs?
Duh! I love rhinoceros and stag beetles both! What guy doesn't find them fascinating?
Right? So which kind of beetle do you think it is? Rhino or stag?
Oh, that's a tough question. But guess what? Miss Mogulu taught me a surefire way to tell.
I didn't know there was a way to tell.
Yeah, but if I do it, you gotta name it after me, alright? Come on! What guy doesn't wish he had a cool bug named after himself, right? And besides, Miss Mogulu told me that this technique is so good that it's only fair to have a bug named after you in return. So what do you say, man to man? Come on, let's live the dream!
Oh, all right. How can I say no to that? Besides, we all did work together to capture it anyway.
Yay! Thanks, Laffy-Set. Alright, show me the bug, and I'll tell you what it is. Miss Mogulu says you need to open up its outer wings and get a good whiff of the thin underwings.
I'm pretty sure I remember rhinoceros and stag beetles smelling really nasty under their wings.
Is it really that bad?
Why not find out for yourself?
No thanks. I think I'll pass.
Maybe you shouldn't do this after all, Bienfu.
You probably just want to hog the name all to yourself. Well, too bad. A real man never goes back on his word. If it packs a mean punch, then it's a rhinoceros beetle. And if it smells really zesty, then it's a stag beetle.
I don't know about this.
Just let him do it, Laffy-Set. He's already volunteered.
I can do this. Just you watch. This smell is the most bad thing that ever batted it.
Whoa! He fainted with his eyes still open. Hey, wake up! Wake up, Bienfu!
Miss Mogulu, as soon as I smelled it, my nose literally exploded.
He looks like he's having a bad dream.
He got high on beetle. All right, hold on. We got another triangle to listen to. Hold up.
I spy with my little eyes a kiddo who's spying at my bewitching waist.
Oh, sorry. I just couldn't help it. What are those books anyway?
Oh, that's a great question. Since you asked, I'll reveal the secrets of my tomes just for you. On the right, I've got my household ledger in the back, and my magic encyclopedia in the front. That one I mostly use for oil blotting paper.
What's oil blotting paper?
It's a girl thing. The two on the left are my heavy book, which I use for flower pressings, and then my super pop-up book.
A super pop-up book?
When you open it, it pops out with the force of a raging river! When an enemy has me cornered, I can just open it up facing a nearby wall and pop! Instant getaway! The only downside is that it's a real pain to try to get closed again, so I haven't used it in years.
What about the book right in front?
That's actually layer cake.
Whoa, really?
Seared into its batter are precious bits of knowledge. Eating it is just as good for your brain as it is for your stomach.
Wow! I had no idea that was possible.
He's taking this so seriously, I almost feel bad.
All of your books are so interesting, Maggie-Lou. That's really cool.
There's no end to your curiosity, is there? What do you say? Want to take a closer look?
Boy, would I.
If you really do, then say, Maggie-Lou, I want to get to know you better.
Maggie-Lou, I want to get to know you better.
All right, I accept. I'll reveal to you my most private secrets.
Wow, so that's what's on the other side of these books. I wouldn't have ever guessed that.
What the? What are you doing with Laphicet? He said he wanted to see, so I'm showing him. You have no right to stand in the way of his desires.
It's my job to protect him as his vessel, especially from someone so wicked as yourself. Also, what you're doing runs contrary to public decency.
Witches aren't supposed to be decent.
These bindings with the locks on them. This style used to be really popular during the Meliodas dynasty.
Now that I know you're such a bad influence for him, I'll be keeping a closer eye on you.
If you can't learn to take it easy, nobody's ever gonna want to marry you, you know.
Like you're a shining example of marriage material yourself.
Hey, Maggie-Lou, could you turn them over one more time? I want to see how the book's attached to your belt.
Yeah, sure.
Such an innocent question. I just want to see the other side of the book, not what's on the other side. The other side of the book, please. Also, there's another one. Jeez, these are long and they're strung together. Why do they got to be all strung together like this? Jesus.
Hey, Maggie-Lou, I was wondering about that book you have on your waist. The one you called your heavy book, for flower pressings.
Your curiosity truly knows no bounds, does it, kiddo? Okay, nobody else knows this, but since you're so interested, I'd hate to leave you hanging. My heavy book, the one I use for flower pressings, is none other than a collection of Bienfu's poetry.
Bienfu likes to write poems?
Yep. You'd never guess it, but he's actually just about the best Moloch poet around. Some people even call him the Great Norman Poet. Here, I'll read you my favorite one. If there is something unimportant happening to the east, I'm made to go there and back. If there is something unimportant happening to the west, I'm made to go there and back. I can never rest nor be at peace. Every day my life is a living hell.
That's heavy stuff.
Isn't it? That's what makes it so good for pressing flowers. It's so wonderfully oppressively heavy.
Maggie-Lou, your face has gone all sinister looking.
So that sounds more like his diary and not necessarily a book of poems. But you know what? That's fine. He's probably just writing shit down because he's Maggie-Lou's gonna drive him into his grave one day. She's fucking insane. But anyways, that was a lot of talking. Jesus. I was like waiting to respond to chat with all that fucking talking they were doing. So yeah, Baklava, wasn't ignoring your thing. I was just trying to get through all that dialogue. So you played War of the Lions first. You played Tactics OG more though on the emulator since you only had borrowed War of the Lions. That's interesting. And you thought the whole dialogue differences were weird because you were used to the old fluffy English style that they use in War of the Lions. Yeah, for me it was super jarring to play the War of the Lions because I had only played the PS1 version up until that came out, basically. Because I played Tactics when it came out, or at least I watched my brother play it, but still, that was like right when it came out. So I only knew that shit. So when War of the Lions came out eventually, I tried that game out. I was excited about it. Because I was all into PSP when it came out. Used the shit out of my PSP. And, yeah. So it was cool to have some extra stuff to do in the game. But as I was playing it, I realized, like, man, I've already played this game so much on the PS1, I had less motivation to do everything and master everything again. But I did do all the side content in the War of the Lions that was new. That was cool. Like the stuff with Balthier, and I forget what the other character was. There was a couple new characters. And a couple new job classes and stuff. So that was cool. But I'd already played the fuck out of Tactics so much that I just couldn't obsess over it like I used to. Oh, and I also like the new cutscenes, like the new FMV scenes that are in the remake as well.
Proud. You made me unleash my full power.
Unleash my full power. You don't want none of my full power. Okay, so Lafisette's done with everything except for the Floric waistcoat. Get it done, kid. Get it done. So I think the only thing I still have is I have to give new boots to Rokuro. But I don't have any other boots to give him right now until he's done with spiky shoes. Yeah, you don't even know how many times you've played through Tactics? Well, I can't say how many times I've started to play the game. But I've probably only beaten the game completely, like all the way to the end. 5 times maybe? I've definitely started a new game on that game a hell of times. More times than I can count. But I always find myself kind of just like, yeah, I got it out of my system. Play something else now. If I play it again, try random battles with a short team. Yeah, it'd be interesting to like make some challenges. The thing about random battles with a short team is if your short team isn't a badass 2-man, 3-man team, whatever, it doesn't matter. You're gonna lose. They got to be able to sustain. But if you just do it with anybody, and like in the middle of working on a job class that you haven't leveled up yet, you're gonna have problems. Just saying. This place is way too large. Large and in charge. We gotta be almost to the end of this though, right? Gotta be. Gotta be when there's a teleport. Gotta be. But yeah, Frog kept telling me, apparently when you have a short team, when you go into random battles, they give you weird arrangements of enemies that aren't normally there. I mean, I don't really know how true that is. I never really experimented with that before. I've certainly run into some random battles where it was like, what the fuck? But I don't remember it being because of a short team. Deep Dungeon is different, but Overland random battles, short teams will yield some weird combos of enemies. Yeah, exactly. That's what you were explaining to me before, and I was like, really? It'd be interesting to see what kind of stuff I can get on any given random battle area. That is for sure. Kind of over the enemies in this area. I just want to move on. Really hate these snake bitches. They're the worst. This place is a great grinding spot for cat shinies. There's tons of them here. I've gotten over 100 just in this place alone. But this place is huge, so walking back and forth around here would be a pain in the ass. There's another cat box here? Wow, okay. White bunny ears. Well then. Another pair of bunny ears for ya boy. Or ya girl. Alright, save point, right? It's going to be a save point. That's going to be the end of this area. Probably. I see a marker at the end that looks like it's a new area at least. So that usually means we're done with the area. Thank the Jeebus. Oh! Morrow. Redeeming a velvet costume. Okay. Which costume would you like to see? Let's take a look. We got lots of choices. Oh, sorry. Let's, yeah. Outfits. We got the regular one, obviously, the villager one. We got the prisoner one. We got the Norman suit, ridiculousness. We got the swimwear, different colors, sorted colors. We got the pirate outfit. We got the Japanese clothes we were just wearing, obviously. The maid outfit, the fairy tale costume, and the Rin Shibuya. And we also have the menagerie. And you definitely want those bunny ears. All right, we'll start by getting those white bunny ears that we just picked up. Let me get them white bunny ears. There. All right. And what kind of clothes do you want to do with them? Menagerie's cute. All right, we'll go menagerie. You want the angry glasses with it? Hopefully it'll let me put them both. It will. Nice. Okay, I'm down. What kind of hair you want with it? You got a choice for hair? Normal, slicked back, villager. Oh my god, the Bienfu hat is a big head like the Norman. Oh my god, I didn't know it was like that. Wow, okay. Summer, which is what I had a minute ago. Pirate. Japanese with the two slicey pigtails, the maid style, fairy tale style, or the menagerie style. Got lots of choices. Menagerie hair too? All right. You got it. There's the outfit. Angry glasses. Bunnies. This is going to be funny for cutscenes with Velvet. That's hilarious. Here we go. Ah, good times. Good choices, Morrow. Good choices. Funky got an all-archer battle. Yeah, in the Deep Dungeon, I did get an all-archer battle. I'm pretty sure you're right. There's one random battle near the volcano at the temple with like 11 monks. Yeah, I've definitely run into some ridiculous battles. Also, you are correct. These bunny ears be flopping. They be flopping, yo. Gotta love it. Them floppy ears. It's totes adorbs. Yay, life bottle. I need to reload on those. I used a bunch on the monsters here. Well, the hunt monsters. Not necessarily regular monsters.
How about it, Laphicet? Picking up on anything?
Yeah.
Ooh,
in
it's
the
a
direction of
biggie.
the temple. The feeling's getting stronger now.
The feeling's getting stronger. So strong. So super strong. Take that. Rolling Tempest. Ooh, get some. Hey, sure. Thunder Hurricane. What are these guys weak to? Yeah. Everybody here is weak to the same earth magic, or earth element or whatever. It's kind of interesting that they all are weak to the same things. Bum 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 ba-da.
Ooh, it's a
Aquatic
biggie.
monsters are weak to the same stuff. Yeah, it seems like that's kind of how this game is. If they're a certain type, they're probably weak to the same element. So if everything here is water-based, we're all weak to earth. There you go. I guess this game has the circular elemental weakness system instead of it being like water and fire are opposites and therefore weak to each other, which I always thought was stupid anyways. Like, why would the opposites be weak to each other? How can one be stronger if they're both weak to each other? This doesn't make any sense. So if there's a circular one, that's all the better.
You won't get any pity or compassion from me.
You won't get any pity or compassion from me. Only angry eyes. Ugh. Another teleport spot already? That's surprising. Definitely not complaining. Everybody got choices. Stay away from me, Snake Lady. I'm not playing your games. I'm just here for the cat balls. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, did I mean? Alright. End of the line, folks. We're back to the beach, which is the Palamedes Temple Southern Ruins. All right. Ooh. I like the area, though. It's quite the locale. Digging it. Gonna save it before we get too close and activate something, though. Who's excited about a temple? Pick me. Pick me. There's no treasure chest in this area, so I don't have to look for anything special. Just gotta get up in here. Oh, shit.
What's this?
Oh?
A demon! The demon we heard about? Sounds like it's having fun.
Then we'll use this distraction.
We'll use this distraction. My angry glasses are a good distraction as well, but not as good as a demon. Oh wait, I am also a demon. Okay. Yeah, let's just do it. Fuck it. Oh, hold on.
Wow, look outside. It's the ocean.
Look outside! We just went
This was
inside.
a place of worship for Aminoch, the Water Empyrean. The ancients built this sanctuary underwater for the same reason that Eumasia's temples were built underground.
But building this underwater couldn't have been easy.
Aye. With the Earth temples, all they had to do was keep digging. Here, they had water to contend with.
How did they do it? You can't split the sea like you can a log.
They started by stacking giant stone blocks in the shallows, creating an enclosed space. Then they drained the water and expanded the enclosure. Once they had done that enough times and secured enough dry space, they were able to dig into the sea floor.
It's mind-boggling, isn't it?
The humans believed that by going through such great hardships to build these temples, they could show the depth of their devotion.
Additionally, current research suggests the site of this temple once sat on the seacoast.
What? Are you saying I'm wrong?
No, I'm only reporting what I've read in academic journals.
How would coastal ruins sink into the ocean?
When the Empyreans began their slumber, the land shifted, and this temple was swallowed by the sea. Scholars were able to prove that the sand and the heavy stones formed an airtight seal around the structure. Later, people carved an undersea tunnel to connect to the temple, bringing it to its current state.
Now that you mention it, I think I read that book too. Revised Theories on Ancient Architecture, right?
That's the one. Have you read it, Eisen?
No, I only read the first edition.
The problem with the stone enclosure theory is that each time you expand the enclosure, the innermost stones have to be carried out. Once that was pointed out as being too inefficient, alternate theories were developed. The revised edition has a number of competing theories. I highly recommend reading it.
I will then.
I
So,
will.
Wait, was that a complete rebuttal of Eisen's explanation?
That was not my intention.
It's okay. Archaeology is a continuous process of asking new questions and making new discoveries. Prevailing theories change all the time.
What's it matter anyway? Let's just get going.
I was like, who gives a fuck? Also, goddammit, another one? They're always back to back. Jesus.
There's no Empyrean here, right, Eisen?
If you're worried about it, why not flip that coin of his? Heads, no Empyrean. Tails, Empyrean Central.
But it always comes up tails.
Like I said before, these temples are nothing more than places of worship built by human hands. The current religion started when humans, fearful of natural forces, began to worship four gods they called the Empyreans. If you're concerned about whether or not one is sleeping in these ruins, just remember that their very existence is only legend.
Be that as it may, Enominat certainly exists.
Aye. But I've never heard a single story of anyone actually seeing an Empyrean. Enominat must be a special case, then.
Must be.
I suppose so. If there were four more like him, and they were all trying to stop us, we'd be sunk.
I can't disagree.
Cannot disagree. Because, you know, four almighty beings of elemental prowess would be quite the problem to deal with, just saying. Are we about to fight these soldiers right here? Are these enemies? These are totally enemies. Okay, well, fuck them up!
We will need to be
Spearman,
extremely wary.
how are you? Spearman. So I saw you asking a very important question there, Bob. The question was, in an RPG set in a high school, if nerds are weak to jocks and jocks are weak to schoolwork, what would be weak versus the nerds? I think you already created the rock paper scissors that you wanted right there. Schoolwork would be weak to nerds because nerds would wreck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now obviously schoolwork is not sentient, so in the rock paper scissors of life where they're all three are sentient beings, then sure. But if you're just playing rock paper scissors, that works.
Stop fooling around.
There's your circle of weaknesses right there. You already created it, sir.
Woo! It's a biggie!
What are these bitches weak to? Earth? I don't really like these brick wall monsters. They're kind of terrifying and a little beefy, and I don't like them. I don't like them. More cheerleaders? Cheerleaders are weak to nerds? I don't know. Not a big fan of this combo. Not a big fan of. You just die, you fuck? Seriously. Go ahead. Pop that Mystic Art.
There are none who can resist my spear.
Those things were annoying. I'm gonna avoid those things if I can. Those fucking walls of bullshit. No thank you. Flamestone chipperonis. What happened to the other soldier? He just said, fuck it, I'm out. He didn't want to fight. Whatever, dog. Huh. Ooh, this is gonna be like a whole thing. These are blocked AF right now. Okay. My expedition has returned already? That felt incredibly fast. Triple win for the win, baby! Yeah, we didn't finish because we didn't find the next area. Something is written on the monolith. The chalice bears a symbol, and that commands the flowing water. Should the chalice be filled with water and its mark turned blue, the water shall be as a wall to thwart your path. Should the chalice be dried by flame and its mark turned white, the impeding water shall lie still and opening the path before you. So, something about a chalice to open up these doors, I guess. Noted. I assume... Okay, the chalice is ahead. Got it. Maybe cheerleaders are weak against zits? I mean... I don't know what we're talking about anymore, Frog. I get that you're trying to make like an RPG set up in a school with like literal weaknesses and stuff, but like I guess the first question would be like, are your characters their own stuff? Do they have it like are their status effects going to be this acne and this schoolwork? Are those going to be like special abilities they have to unleash upon the all these jocks and cheerleaders and shit? Like, I guess I'm just unclear. Which waterfall did that pertain to? That one. Alright. Palamedes chalices. When a chalice is filled with water, the waterfall connects to it, flows, blocking the way through. Fire to blow. I wanted to read that, actually. No, I didn't mean to reactivate it. Oops. Coolness is an attribute, of course. How could it not be with high school kids? Coolness is the first thing. I didn't mean to reactivate that. I wish you could skip this little fucking cutscene. You can't skip it. It's kind of lame. Kinda lame. Oh boy, it's kinda lame. Anyway, we should fight this guy. He looks new. Hammerer. He's a hammerer. It's hammerer time. There's a crack in the wall? Oops. I'll go back. I totally did miss it because I didn't see that shit. Fuck! Stop hitting me! You hammerers. So you had a hammerer. Did I even run into the cracked wall? Wow. I guess I just forgot cracked walls were a thing in my brain. I wasn't looking for them. Hold on. Well, they weren't that hard, but it did bop me around a little bit. I had to be careful. Cracked wall, huh? Just walked right on by. Oh, it's literally just right here. Okay, cool. Such an idiot. Wow. I feel smirked. Denore bottle. I guess I would have been like, what the fuck? There's a treasure chest in this area that I didn't find. You were just thinking about the Breakfast Club movie? Oh, that's why you got the RPG and the school thing on your brain?
Woo! It's a biggie!
I was hoping not to fight one of these big fucking wall dudes, but okay.
See this?
Fuck this motherfucker up. Oh shit, did we kill him already? Rokuro, killing it.
Be proud. You made me unleash my full power.
You made me unleash my full power. Alright, we just ate the last of that recipe's ingredients, so we'll have to switch recipes here. I mean, I assume we can just activate or deactivate everything and just go. There must be purpose switching between the two. I really don't know. We shall find out momentarily. What's in here? Oh. Es un treasure. Dark bottle. No breakable walls in here? No. Oh. What be this action? Oh, wait, what? Oh. I wasn't expecting that to just straight up teleport me. I thought it was going to be like, this teleports you someplace. Oh, oh, okay. Interesting. It was sort of an amalgamation of Brian, Bender, and the crazy girl in high school. Oh, okay. Interesting choices. A jewel is embedded in the monolith. You remove it. Teardrop-shaped gemstone. Okay. I might have needed that for something, so cool. Oh, we probably needed it literally for this, because it has a teardrop on it. Well then. It's a good thing I didn't try to interact with this, because I didn't even notice. When I was in high school, what's a good comment? How could I describe myself? Loner is a good starting point. I definitely rolled solo way too often. I had friends. I had people I talked to. Did not have an actual circle of friends that I hung out with regularly, though. Also, what be this? Hello?
Well, it wiped out the security for us, but...
Oh, he's scared.
Well, look at that. Wolfie's got the crest of Aminoch. The same pendant worn by priestesses.
Then that makes this demon.
Yeah, she must be the missing mother, Mahina.
Can't be.
Wow. Here we go.
Don't just stand there.
Wasn't as big as I thought. So this is the lady that we're here to fucking help. Wow, okay. Resistant to that attack, but everything else is fair game. Do I have any demi-human moves? I do. Harsh rebuttal. But harsh rebuttal is one of the... Hold on. Harsh rebuttal. But yeah, but it's the same element that she's immune to, so who cares? Fuck it up. Fuck it up! Just mix up the combos, try to get some shit going. Maro says was the weeb in the corner who had one friend. Well, I wasn't very weeb in high school, I'll just say that. I was definitely a nerd. I played video games, that's for sure. And I wouldn't say I was very weeb, because I did not watch anime yet, really. The only thing I was into was Japanese video games, i.e. Final Fantasy and the like. But I was also very much like, I played sports, I played basketball. I hung out with stoner-ass motherfuckers, even though I didn't smoke at all. I was a nerd who's good at like, you know, good at all my subjects for the most part. I fit in too well with like everybody. I was too good of a regular human being and not one thing. So like I didn't fit in any particular spot. I know that's kind of a dick way to put that, but seriously, that's kind of how it felt. Alright. Stop killing my homies. Cut it out.
I'm in your debt.
No escape! No escape! Go forward! No escape!
Baklava, you are basically a pseudo-nerd in Josh.
No escape!
Don't let my head get too big there. I know how it probably sounded, Maro, but that doesn't mean it wasn't a lonely ride. Walking around at lunch was particularly like, what do I do? What do I do? Every year was a struggle for me figuring out what to do at lunchtime. And all 4 years I spent lunchtime very differently.
Now, rise, arise, ascending angel.
Anyway, I'm sorry we murdered you, lady.
To think a priestess, beloved by her village, would become a demon. Eleanor? She's never going to be the same again. This is the least I can do for her. So says reason.
Huh? That feeling.
That feeling.
Damn!
Let the demon be. We don't need it.
Okay, let the demon be then. Let him be. We got some wearing glaciite. Provides the ability to trigger random fatigue-related skills. Okay. We didn't learn any abilities for that, huh? Whatever. Let me switch my cooking thing also. Let's make some Dwarven Salisbury Surprise.
You sure you want me?
Yes, I'm sure I want you to cook, Velvet. I'm sure. So, just going through your guys' experiences for high school, since we were talking about that a second ago. Baklava says he was definitely a nerd in high school, but he went to tech school. It basically meant almost everyone was a nerd, so your high school times were surprisingly really fun, just a bunch of basketball and card games. God, I wish it was more like that for me, man. I really do. Frog says he usually spent lunch in the math office playing chess. Nice. For your senior year, you didn't even have lunch. You went into homeroom 9:35 and went home at 12:50. Man, I wish my senior year, I wish any year I could have gone home early. I swear they wouldn't let us do that shit. It was always like you have to be here from this time to this time at the very least. It's so weird how they did schedules. Your school had 3 classes a day, but they were long classes, Baklava. Well, yeah, that sounds like, since you were in a tech school, that's probably very specific to how you had to learn. You did have to make up a gym class. You cut the entire semester when they had swimming. You don't like swimming either? I remember I did swimming in one part of the semester one time, and I was like, basically my teacher was like, if you do 1 lap, then you can just sit in the shallow end for the rest of the fucking time we do swimming. I'm like, hell yeah. So I did 1 lap there and back, and I'm terrible at swimming, and I did that shit in a heartbeat. I was like, fuck yeah. If I don't have to do this again, count me in. So I fucking did 1 lap and sat in the shallow end for the rest of swimming. For, I don't know, it's probably like 3 weeks. Because I like sports enough to play all the sports, but I hate swimming. And we did swimming when it wasn't even fucking hot. Like, I had gym in the morning, like always. Always had gym in the morning. I had bad luck. So while I didn't mind playing sports in the morning, swimming is not fun in the morning.
You really do have a peculiar air about you.
Yeah, I don't think you're one to talk.
Floric bracelet. I guess that was new. Cool. You did have to make up gym class because of all that. Basically, you had 65 absences for swimming, and everyone thought it was a typo. Like Frog, or whatever your, real name person. Real name of Frog. What the hell? You go to school and you do good in every other school class. What the fuck?
I guess she caught demon blight when she was looking for her daughter.
Yeah, that's what the girl at the inn said.
But even after turning into a demon, she's still searching for her daughter. Well, Rokurok, Korogane, and Dial all remember what they wanted when they were human, right? Demon or not, she's a mother. It's no surprise she would still be protective of her child.
It could be that, or it could be something else.
Well, I hope that's what it is.
I know that must be how she felt as a human, but demons don't have a sense of motherhood or any such thing. You saw how violent she was. She's not Mahina anymore. When she became a demon, she lost all capacity for empathy and love. It's heartbreaking, but it's the truth.
Velvet and Rokuro still have empathy.
One demon left unchecked could take 100 lives. And this one's even willing to attack exorcists. Demons can wipe out entire villages, even cities, just as they destroyed my village. Thus,
no wonder
my
she
path
hates
is
demons.
clear.
Makes
Eleanor's
sense.
right. There's no turning back once you've changed. Perhaps it would be a mercy to grant her peace through death.
God, there's so many of these fucking scenes. Hold on.
Is Inominat really an Empyrean?
What makes you ask that all of a sudden?
Well, according to the song Grimm deciphered, Inominat is an 8-headed dragon, right? The Empyreans are supposed to be these holy beings, but using Therians to feed on malevolence sounds more sinister than divine to me.
You've got a point there. Empyreans are a type of Malachim, and that doesn't seem like any Malach we've seen. And even less so when we're talking an 8-headed dragon.
Is it so far-fetched?
What do you think will happen if the Therians come together in one place?
Well, it wouldn't be good. My guess is they'd merge together into a giant, horrific monster. The mighty beast will attack us with its 8 long, snake-like necks and 8 heads spitting hellfire!
I can see your worry.
Right? And that's 8 heads with only 6 of us to take them on. It'd be more than we could handle.
I'd have to conjure up a double or two.
You can do that?
Of course not.
Then why mention it?
Oh!
What is it, Laphicet?
Do you think each head would act of its own free will? Because if they do, they'd be uncoordinated, bumping into each other and going this way and that, giving us an opening. If we fight as one united whole, I know we can win.
Yes! If we work hand in hand, victory is ours. Right, everyone?
Sure.
Us? United? Have you looked at us recently?
Well, I mean, maybe.
Do we look like a team to you? We don't even have a team uniform yet. Okay? Until we have unified outfits, we can't be a team. You want me to put myself out for the team? What team? Nobody plays. God damn it, I've seen Remember the Titans too many times.
Is there some sort of trick to it?
Well, you could always try busting through it, but I wouldn't. Who knows what sort of traps you might trigger?
I know. Look at that diamond-shaped stone in the door. Haven't we seen that somewhere else?
You're right. It was on the pedestal with that chalice.
That huge thing? You must have some sharp eyes there.
I was more interested in what was inside that chalice.
So, what? That chalice is the key?
Somehow I doubt it'll be that simple. Some stones are colored and some aren't. It must hold some kind of significance.
I think you're right.
Well, so far in this game, the puzzles have not been too complex, so I would welcome an actual puzzle. I'm not going to lie. Every other Tales game I've played, which is only a couple to be fair, there's been better puzzles in the dungeons. This game has been very lackluster in the puzzle situation, I will say. So I would welcome some real puzzles if this game finally chooses to throw one at me. Also, do I still have a water combo set up for these guys? Circle button. But anyway, let's read the rest of the chat now that I'm past the scene for the moment. So Bakuba says the whole class situation has nothing to do with the type of school he went to. He had like 6 classes total. It was just on rotation. So when you say it was on rotation, Bakuba, do you mean like you had 6 classes in a semester, but you went to 3 one day and then 3 another day?
Not even worth my
Is that
time.
how it's set up? Because if that's how it was set up, then that's like college. Because college is basically like you have a class Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and a class Tuesday, Thursday. That's how college is set up anyway. So it's a very college-like schedule. But when I was in high school, I had 6 or 7 classes every year, and every day. So I had 6 or 7 classes every day.
Are we ready for this?
That was my schedule. So good times. And then when I went to college, I was like, when I started doing college and I realized I didn't have class every day, I was like, hell yeah. At least some classes. There were a couple classes I took that were daily, but you basically got to figure out your schedule yourself and just pick the teachers and the classes you wanted. I was like, this is awesome. God, I wish high school was like that. You made all your college classes night classes because you're not a morning guy? Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. College is way better when it comes to scheduling because you get to choose what the fuck you want to do when you want to do it, as long as it's available, of course. But still, just having the options is nice. Being the master of your own destiny based on what there is to choose from, much better. Obviously, if you're limited to one class choice for one class because it's required, then obviously you get fucked in that regard. But in general, you get to plan it out, is all I'm trying to say. And that's nice. Because I never really felt like an adult until I had to choose my own destiny with school. Like, that was when adulthood really kicked in for me. That's for damn sure. I was like, wait, I get to choose my destiny? What the fuck? Where was this when I was in high school? Like, we got to choose what classes we want to take, but they made our schedule, and it was just the way that it was. And you might not even get the class you wanted if it was too full or for whatever reason.
Whoa! A water bridge!
A water bridge. But we can't get past the fucking water. Driving to school at night for college felt surreal for the first year. You loved it? Yeah. I can imagine. I thought it was weird when I took my first night class too. I was like, what the fuck? I have a class right now? I should be like at home not doing this. But here I am in a classroom at like 9 at night. What the fuck? Oh yeah, I was gonna tell stories about the high school thing because I mentioned it earlier. Like what Funky used to do it during lunch every year was very different. So if you want me to, I was gonna describe to you how my 4 years of high school lunch-wise went, right?
I can't die here.
Also, I'm dead. Damn it! Why you gotta kill my girl like that? So when I was a freshman, obviously. Oh yeah. Also, I wanted to talk about Frog's aerobics thing. He said he was in aerobics class freshman year where it was 100 girls and him, and he didn't stay. Why would you not stay in that, Frog? I mean, did you just feel like... Did it make you feel too out of place to be in a class with a bunch of girls like that? I mean, I can imagine in high school you probably feel very awkward about it. To be fair. Dude, what the fuck is happening right now? I'm getting my ass handed to me. I'm out of life bottles, dude. This is for ridiculous. I'm about to get a game over. Wow. I really just got a game over here. I really just got a game over here. Wow. Wow. Fucking wow, dude. Fucking wow.
Scout ship.
I'd rather be playing WoW right now. That's how fucking wowed I just got. Holy shit. That's absurd.